there are authentically trans people, and some of my heroines, Deirdre McCloskey, but more than that, Candy Darling, who was I don't know if she was trans, but she was a transvestite, maybe trans, an Andy Warhol superstar who gave me my lessons on how to be feminine, because I was like this hippie chick, and I came into Max's Kansas City with long hair, and she said, you could be very attractive, but you need makeup.
What I find kind of interesting is that the term non-binary is obviously almost designed for teenagers.
Yes.
It gives you this third option.
It gives you an identity.
And it makes you cool and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
However, it's also kind of seeking a kind of approval from authorities. Now, when I was growing up in the 70s in an all-boys school, let me tell you a story. Now, that anybody that tells you those were terribly regressive, stereotypically sexist norms of male and female back there, and misremembering the 1970s. Yes, there was no question there were men and there were women, but you look at people like, look at glam rock, look at Bowie, look at Queen, look at this incredible gender bending. Look at especially, I think Bowie is kind of the ultimate, or someone like Grace Jones. I mean, the way in which, in fact, what's cool about it is that you have the existing structure and you rebel against it. You don't want to have a new label. You want to be the rebel against masculinity. You, as a man, as a woman, you want to be the rebel against femininity. As a woman, there was a kid in my school. He was 2 years older than me. His name was Johnny Poncha. And he just showed up every day with an afro, kind of afro. He had a big curly hair, but also eyeliner and makeup and lipstick every day.
Mm-hmm. I remember those guys from the 80s and late 70s.
They were fucking super cool as well.
But even before, you go back to the 60s, you had Truman Capote.
Well, he was gay.
Definitely he was gay, but he was fearless. He was one of the first. He just thought he was unembarrassed,
But the wonderful adoption of eye makeup, for example, or really ambiguous clothing. Now, here's the thing, but I think Johnny was or may have been trans for the following reason, that when we admitted girls, of course, we were all in uniforms. What happened? But the first day the girls came to school, Johnny wore the girls' uniform. He just walked in there with a skirt. And the rugby team, the thing about it was, because he had a brother who was, as I remember, who was in the rugby team. It was a total, what we called ruggabuggers, who were incredibly, they were the gods, really, of the school. But they totally respected Johnny because he had the balls to wear a skirt, so to speak. And if today that would not be subversion, it would be actually conformity.
Well, that's the thing,
and coolness. Whereas then it was genuinely violating. And
that's why I question this entire woke revolution, because it tends to be led by assistant deans and authorities that indoctrinate these kids. It's not coming from below. That's social change. This is something that's coming from on high.
Well, somebody said to me that a psychiatrist, actually, she said that non-binary is the new goth.